Hey Theater Inspires! Welcome to Make It Sparkle, a series to get ideas and inspiration for your theater and dance shows. This video is about costume design, and it features Shirlee Idzakovitch. Shirlee has been working as a professional costume designer and stylist for over 25 years, and has costumed over 100 shows. A few of the shows include Beauty and the Beast, Lion King, and On Your Feet, and she also works with modern celebrities and icons. Shirlee is an incredible teacher as well and mentors many young people interested in the craft. Hope you enjoy this and get some fresh ideas.
Creative always has to be in constant communication with one another, all the creatives together. I mean, many times I've taken a blouse or a dress or a suit to stage way early in the game, and ask the creative lights or the mics, where are we going to put the mics on this? Where are we going to have the mic placement? I've taken the suit, put it on stage and say, okay, show me your lighting of what you're thinking of for this. And then have someone in the audience take a snap of it. I mean, we all have cell phones. We all can take pictures. It's not a big deal anymore. Then to go look at that picture and then to go warm, go high, take the hue, different level, completely change the lighting, completely understand, we need to put a mic in the glove because we're not going to be able to get it anywhere else. Or do we need to mic the wig? This prop needs to go here and there has to be a place for the prop to land or to come back to. There's so many questions when you're doing that. Rehearsing it and doing it ahead of time is so much easier than doing it the week of tech. Our transformation dresses, we rehearse them 2 or 3 weeks out. We take a half an hour. And if you've ever put a transformation dress back together, sometimes it can take 15 minutes to restring it and put it back together. So you have to allot yourself at least 2 or 3 times to practice it, not in a tiny little hallway, but on the stage or in a big space, and have someone video it, have someone take their phone out 2 or 3 angles so you can see it at each angle. You can see where they didn't spin fast enough, hard enough, or they didn't throw it a certain way. Understanding, just like stage choreography, just like stage combat, the costume is staged as well. And understanding that needs attention and practice. I've worked with directors who don't give the costume any time at all. They're like, it's costume, If you get a costume parade, that's all you get. I will not do it that way. You have to allot me time to work with the actors so they understand. A good director will understand that costume, if there's any kind of take Ursula and Little Mermaid, the tentacles, they have to understand how to work them. You can't just throw the costume on them the 2 days, 3 days before the show during your tech and expect them to understand it. They should be working with them 2 weeks before. You should be working just like you're working with the sword, just like you're working with any kind of extra prop that's coming into the show. It's a practiced time on stage or in a space that they can get full understanding of what they're doing. And that's really important. That's really important. I can't stress how important that is for an actor to understand the way their costume lays, the way their costume's going to perform or not perform. And not rehearsing it equals not performing correctly. And that's frustrating because you've put all this money and time into it. You should have it done far enough out to where you're going to practice it and practice it well and rehearse it to where everyone understands what's happening. So if someone that's standing on the side sees that it's not happening, maybe they can step in and help. And that happens so many times. And that's wonderful that a cast member is standing there and it's like, maybe they can do something to make it better. And when you see that, you understand that cast is working as one unit then. It's not just one person on stage getting it wrong or not being able to do the costume correctly or do the transformation correctly. It's everyone working as a team. And that's what you want. You want that group love to come together and to work it for one show. I mean, I love lighting people and what they can do. And I love walking into a show where the lighting steals the show. And you're like, whoa, that's incredible. I've seen Utopia twice on Broadway here. First time I saw it, I was blown away, basically because I love David Byrne and the Talking Heads. But the second time I saw it, I really concentrated on the lights. Everyone on stage is in gray. The backdrop is silver gray. And their lighting they used a lot of psych light coming in bright, bright white, which really blew me away because I thought it would wash away everything, but it didn't. And when they do their switch out lightings, I noticed that I saw purple and reds coming from the beams. And I thought, this is incredible. This show is a masterclass in lighting because no one else would have ever done this. This was crazy what they did. It was so good. I try to work with the lighting. Lighting is so hard. It really is. It's an art. I would never put the same color palette on stage with the scenes and the costumes with a white light hitting them because it usually fades and it usually blends and you don't see it. And you have to learn that if you're wearing white on stage, the light is going to the white is going to absorb where black is going to kind of reflect. And that's why people wear black, because you're almost blending with everything. So I wish I had the perfect answer for you because I don't think there is a cheat sheet. I think every show is so different, and every department has such different lighting. You don't know if the lightings are coming from the top, you don't know if they're coming from the side, you don't know if they're coming straight down, you're coming from the front of the house, back of the house. Everyone's lighting is because everyone has so many different budgets. I mean, you might go to a show that they have a tiny stage and they have 2 spotlights and that's it. So you learn to do gobos, you learn to understand how to work a gobo, and you learn to understand that those filters can make or break what you're seeing on that stage. And then you go to a show where they've got 50 lights hanging and you're like, wow, this is incredible. A, where'd you get the money for these 50 lights? And B, where's the board? I want to see the board just working the lights because I want to go talk to them. I want to see what they're doing up there because that's really cool.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you've worked as a costume designer in theater or dance and have ideas or tips to help others learn, please be sure to include it in the comments below.